Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. In this video I want to go over like a more of a pay to win endgame kind of team for both the defense tower and the central keep. That maybe you can guys, if you have the heroes, you can go ahead and deploy them and they can help you out a whole bunch. We'll see. Anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Okay, so if you can kind of been following along with the last two videos, the first one I went over, you know, the maps, kind of looked at them, seeing if Ingrid's still gonna be owning everybody in GVG, and now I did a free-to-play kind of friendly comp kind of setup, and this one I want to focus more on more of the end game perspective, having heroes on the field that are going to be a little harder to obtain, a little more overpowered, and the team synergy being a little more precise. So we'll start off with the defense tower. It's definitely not going to be Sadie. What I am focusing on though is the Esoterrorist faction. So we're going to be looking for Boreas, Comet. Let me go ahead and set up this Esoterrorist here. We're going to bring Eloin. We're going to bring Cyrus. And then to kind of clean things up just in case something bad does happen. And kind of help with, so we're having so much magic damage in here. We want to bring in some physical damage to take care of some of the higher defenders. We're going to pop in a Silas. Now, on the defense tower, the way they like to set this up, Cyrus has the ability to summon some skeletons in front of him, whichever way he's pointed, but he will summon them up to here and here. You will lose one of the skeletons if you place him to the right. So through some testing, one of the guild members decided to place him to the left. That way he can summon those two skeletons yet. And if anybody does manage to get by him, they have to get caught up here and here. And even if they do take him out, he summons up again pretty quickly, especially with Elwyn being in the picture. And then there's a couple different places that you can place Boreas. You can either go right here, but then he's kind of vulnerable to the magic archers, or the rare archers, I'm sorry. Or you can put him up here. Then up here, he can still hit everybody in range. You don't have to worry about anybody bombing him or hitting him with the mages. Maybe Maw might be able to get a hold of him, I'm not sure. But he does a pretty good job right here. Now, I try to avoid this tile as much as possible, just because those archers, they're gonna take out whatever's there. But since my Eloin is built with really high HP, I think she can withstand those archers. So I'm gonna place her right here. I do want to make sure that Cyrus is getting a lot of heals coming in, and then we're gonna go ahead and place Silas up here. And Silas is gonna be covering down this corridor here. There's nothing you can do on this left side, but he's safe back there. It's really hard to take him out. I don't even know if you could. Yeah, I don't think you could take anybody out standing up back there. They'll be too busy dealing with everything going on over here. Now, let's say they get past, they survive Silas, they get past Cyrus, and they survive Boreas as well. For backup, I like to have Comet either right here, or we're going to put Comet right here. Now keep in mind he's going to be kind of like a last defense, especially since Cyrus is going to have his two spawns here, and if they get caught up on him, Comet will be able to take him out. So that's why I typically put him right here, so that way if they are caught up on those spawns, he's hitting both those areas. Or you could put him back here as well. That way you have a little more time if they start coming past here, besides the fact that Boreas is covering this slot right here. Now this is Esoterrorist, so these guys are going to be getting a lot of rage regen from Cyrus. They're going to be getting a lot of rage regen from Eloin, including herself. And Silas is going to be the only one not really getting a lot of rage regen, especially from the lore bonus. But he does such a good job ignoring defense and taking out tanks. So that's the team that I would run here. Go ahead and save that, because I'm probably going to use that for this GVG. And then for the central keep, I have some different ideas. Same team, but different ideas. So Eloin, Boreas, Comet, Cyrus, and Silas. Right there. Okay, so with this comp, it's going to be a little more weird. Probably isn't going to work quite as good. I think it will though. I'm going to put Cyrus right here. You'll be able to put two skeletons in front of him. I'm going to go ahead and put Eloin right here. Because the one that she needs to heal the most, it's going to be Cyrus. Needs the most support. Then we're going to go ahead and place Boreas right here. They will get past those skeletons. You'll be able to respawn them and they'll get held up a little bit. That's okay. I'm going to also place Silas up here. He's got everybody in here in range, so anybody's getting into the Cyrus skeleton range, or spawn range if you would, will be a target for Silas to hit. And then there's two options for Comet. The first one's going to be Comet here. Anybody gets past Cyrus, he'll be able to hit him, but he will ult if somebody's stuck on him. But the other option is leaving him back here as just a backup, and his ult will be saved. So the idea is here, you're going to come in, you're going to try to take out Cyrus. Maybe you try to take out Boreas. At the same time, you're going to get pummeled by a bunch of damage coming in, a bunch of control. But if you do manage to get your dogs past or whatever, Comet's right here, ready to trigger his ultimate. And when he triggers his ultimate, he's going to be doing a ton of damage. Each attack deals 400% AoE damage, lasting for 20 seconds. So when anybody's kind of sneaking by, they still have to make it through Comet. So it's a pretty good comp. Pretty hard to beat. Has a good mix of magic damage, physical damage. Cyrus is a beast at holding units back. And Eloin with the heals and the rage regen. All the rage regen coming in from Cyrus on Boreas and Comet. I mean, it's just nasty. The other option that you could do, now that I say that, would be that you could hold off Silas as your backup unit. But he might not be able to activate fast enough to catch those dogs coming through. And you could put your Comet right here. That Comet is just wailing on these guys. Boreas is wailing on these guys. It's all AoE damage. If anybody does manage to get by, have your Silas take him out. Or you could obviously just put your Silas here as well, or back here as well. Problem with back here is that the mages are going to come in, they're going to take out, they're going to hit Cyrus, and they're going to be able to take this platform unit out. So anyways, I'm super excited to see how this all plays out for Guild vs Guild. I hope this comp helps you if you're in the end game. Maybe you're not in the end game, you're early to mid game, you just happen to have the right heroes. Congratulations. This is going to be a pretty good team comp, I think. Most of Guild vs Guild. With all that being said, full disclaimer, it doesn't matter how strong your team is. It can always be beat. It's just a matter of whether that player attacking you can see the puzzle ahead of time and solve it on the first shot. So I like to think in weird ways to kind of surprise them. In weird ways that they might not see it coming, or something along those lines. Like I said, with the Silas having really high attack, they may think that, like I was saying, that the dogs will get by. Maybe his basic attack is going to take him out without even having the ultimate going. It's always a big maybe. It's a tough team, but all teams can be beat. Anyways, with that being said, that's it for the video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to join the Discord. Maybe you have some recourse about my team comps or some ideas you can like to give to me. I'd be happy to hear them and check them out. We really like to talk about Guild vs Guild comps a lot. Well, especially when you can kind of mess around with them in between seasons like this. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep digging.